Okay, so if you guys remember, the very first green we ever watched was Profiles of Nature Beavers. And today we're watching Profiles of Nature Imprinting. So it's part of the same series, but obviously a different subject. So this should be a lot of fun. Again, this is by Ralph C. Ellis and the Phoenix BFA Films and Video. Publication date 1984. So this should be good. I don't know if you guys remember, but I was really impressed with the beaver. So this would be a fun experience too. They had a lot of good photography, so I'm really hopeful for this. All right. BFA presents. I wonder what BFA stands for. I don't really know. So this must have been like a series that appeared on television. If there's multiple like episodes, then I have to imagine this was like shown on whatever the equivalent of the Discovery Channel was back in 1983. Maybe just the Discovery Channel. Or this could have been on like BBC or something. Yeah, there we go. Profiles of Nature. I wonder if there's a host, because we didn't see a host last time, so I don't know.
Birth confronts every baby animal with a strange new universe.
Birth confronts every baby animal with a strange new universe. I guess that's true. You know, that's just a very, I guess, eloquent way of putting that.
Unfamiliar.
I guess that's what we're talking about in this whole video, isn't it? We're just going to be imprinting on different babies. You know, I don't know why. I thought this would just be focusing on like one group of puppies or something, but I guess we're going to be looking at imprinting across the entire animal kingdom, which is awesome. You know, I'm really excited if that's the case. I think we're gonna see a lot of cute animals in this video. This is gonna be like the cute animal video of the channel.
But nature provides a strategy to give order to the...
Dang, there's eggs in this nest. This is just a nest right here. See, I feel like I spend so much time just like having so much fun looking at all of the stuff that I'm not even supposed to be looking at. Like this nest, like where even is this nest? Is it on the ground? Like, I don't know. Like there are so many eggs in here and he just like found it. Like, I don't know. Like again, like did they find this nest or did they like make this nest for this filming project? You know, like that's what I never really know.
This confusion. Within these infants, there is the strong impulse to bond through the mysterious and powerful process of imprinting.
Imprinting. So that's what we're learning about today. The process of imprinting. Oh man, we're at the beaver dam already. See, that's so funny. So we learned about beavers and now we're getting beavers as like the first big example. This might be the same footage even that we watched in the other video because that would make sense at least if this is the same footage.
Few animals live together in as close harmony as do beavers.
I think we actually heard about imprinting in the beaver episode too.
In their highly structured colonies, responsibility for bringing up the young is shared by both parents. Even when those parents are Jay and his sister Jess Carrick.
Jeez, I was about to say, how is this beaver so comfortable swimming next to a human? But like, I guess this is just the caretakers.
Adopted guardians of this beaver kit.
See, this is probably, honestly, this is most definitely the same footage because I was wondering how they got such good footage of the beavers. And I guess it's this guy, maybe this guy at least, who is like close friends with them. Look at this. This little baby beaver is just like swimming into his hand. Like, isn't that like the coolest thing ever? I am jealous of this man and the life he is living.
With human parents, daily swimming lessons are still mandatory. But even when offered a free ride, after due consideration, the kit decides that he can make better time in.
Again, like, is this filmed on purpose? Did they want these shots of a beaver on this boat? Or was this girl just kayaking or canoeing or whatever, and this beaver just, like, climbed up on our boat? You know, like, are they implying that? Are they suggesting that? Or did that actually happen and they're just filming it? You know, like, I don't know if this is Again, I don't know if this is movie magic at play here or if this is just like a lucky coincidence that happened.
rather than on the water. These merganser
Oh my gosh. A weird foot shot, I guess.
chicks are also an affectionate part of the carrack's extended family. Hand-reared from the day they hatched, like the beaver kit, they are imprinted on humans and regard the carrack children as mom and dad.
See, that's really funny too. So I thought we were going to be learning about imprinting from like mother animal to like baby animal, but I guess we're learning about imprinting from like human mother to like animal baby, which I guess is cool too. It's honestly really amazing that like imprinting works like that. Like you can convince an animal that you are its like parent just by like being there early in its life. I guess that's what I'm learning is imprinting is actually like an amazing thing. I guess yeah, I'm along for the ride on this one.
Swimming over
Again, that was a great shot though of this bird from under the water. Like, you know how hard that shot is to get, especially with like the camera there, like to get it actually like fishing in the actual like mood of fishing while filming it. It's just I don't know. It's more impressive than I think anyone would realize.
to share in the fun, the beaver kit soon leaves, perhaps out of sibling jealousy, to look for more personalized.
Like, look at this. Does this not look ideal? You just have a beaver swim up to you and you can pick it up and play with it. Like, I'm sorry, but this looks so fun. I'm completely forgetting about imprinting and I'm just thinking about starting my own beaver family. Yeah, I feel like this is the buried lead here. Like the video or the program is on imprinting, but all I actually want to learn is how to have my own beaver family like this. Like I could care less about imprinting anymore. Like I just want beavers as pets.
As luxurious as this towel down may look, Jess is doing exactly what the kit's natural mother would do after a swim, by drying the fur and spreading a secreted oil that aids in insulation.
I wish I imprinted. I'm gonna imprint on a beaver one day. After watching this, that's a new goal of mine. Look at this freaking beaver, man. It's just like a baby. Like it's actually wrapped up like a human child. It's swaddled, you know?
There is nothing as constant as a mother's love. Though not all mothers would approve of this for lunch.
It's funny how animals will just eat like random human foods as if it's like natural food. Like what does this beaver think of this sugar cookie, you know? Like does it is it having its mind or its taste buds blown right now? Like I can only imagine. I can only imagine that's like the most delicious thing that beaver will ever have in its entire life.
Eager to explore, this kit uses the carracks as safe passage to meet more of the locals.
Dude, is this not like the most fun thing ever? Just having a little beaver buddy tag along with you all day? Like, that's the life right there.
And displays a little youthful bravado.
A little youthful bravado. That's funny because yeah, geese would just be scared off by something like this. But you know, a goose will also attack you if you're not careful.
But when it comes to a confrontation, the mergansers know there is strength in numbers.
Are they calling these mergansers? Because that would be real funny because to me these are Canada goose, but like I don't know. I guess they could be merganser. I don't know. I don't know how that like operates in the world of geese and ducks, like what a merganser is and is not.
Discretion being the better part of valor, the beaver kit backs down.
This is really funny. See, this is something that you can't actually force to happen. You know, like all this footage is legitimate. Like you can't get all these geese to gang up on a beaver without them choosing to do so. You know, like this is actually the geese ganging up on the beaver. Again, I guess there could be people behind these geese, like corralling them towards the beaver, but this feels like authentic.
And makes a tactical retreat to more familiar territory.
You know what? These kids, I don't know, these kids are definitely still alive, and I just want them to know that they had, like, the best childhoods, you know? Like, I hope these people appreciated that they got to live and raise beavers. Like, I don't know, how old are these kids? It's the 80s? They're, like, 14? 14 in the 80s. It's been 40 years. These kids are like 54 now, 50 something. Dang. So I hope they appreciate the childhood they had. I hope they're still doing this too. I hope this is like a lifelong passion of theirs now. Look, it's scared. The baby beaver is scared. Is there a word for beaver babies? I don't think so. I think it's just pups maybe, but like it was scared for a second. Oh man, that was the commercial break. If any of you caught it, that was the commercial break. So this probably was on TV. Dang, they let the beaver into the house. So this isn't like a natural wild animal anymore. This is like a domesticated like house pet.
As a beaver matures, it is taught many skills necessary for survival by its parents. How does a beaver...
I feel like I need to now tell my audience to not go out in nature and take the beavers. Like, they're not yours to take. Like, people should not do this regularly. But it does look like a lot of fun.
reared by humans fare? While never having lived in a beaver house, when this beaver wants to leave, it attempts to burrow, as it would in the wild.
That's so funny. You can see the instinct of the animal coming through. Even though you've put it in a place, its behaviors might have changed, but its instincts are still the same. That's very interesting.
Presented with these branches,
honestly, it's such a sad life to see a beaver inside of a human's house, you know? Like, this animal wasn't meant to live here, you know? Like, it seems like fun, but it's really better for the beaver to be outside. Like, the fact that you have to bring in sticks for it to play with, like, just let it outside. It's a beaver.
a powerful impulse takes charge. Without a second's hesitation, the branches are gathered, and with determination, if not grace, the young beaver heads off to start constructing a dam.
This is so funny too. This is like, because usually you see these scenes in nature, right? Like, you'll see a beaver collecting sticks out in the forest, obviously, but like to see it happening in this like, you know, house is just funny. It really is a fish out of water moment.
Dam in front of the nearest available body of water.
Dang, so I bet you could train a beaver to like restack your like fire logs or something, you know? Like, there's some aspect of this like instinct that you can take advantage of for like human purposes. I'm trying to figure out what exactly it is. I guess maybe these people are too.
The bathroom tub. This beaver has had no adult from which to learn this complex behavior, yet the irresistible urge to build is ingrained. A timeless instinct. Any available material is commandeered. And then there's comfort to be considered.
See, you shouldn't even let a beaver in your house. They'll destroy it. Like, they destroyed that carpet and everything. Like, they probably chew through like all your tables and everything. This is probably a nightmare to have in your house, actually.
Work finished, his pond secure.
They have the bathtub running for this beaver. That's so funny. Like, this must just be constantly full so the beaver can jump in at like any time. This is like, it's really funny, but it's a little sad, you know? Like, just let the beaver outside. I hope this beaver still gets to go outside. You know, it's not sad if this beaver chooses to come in the house, you know? Like, if they just let it do what it pleases and it comes in the house, then this is like really fun, you know? But if it's just like forced to stay inside, then that's like no fun at all.
The beaver settles in for a long soak and a snack.
You know, it's funny how like you can take a beaver entirely out of its native environment and still provide it with like the things it needs to be happy. It's just like, I don't know, that's interesting.
Few animals are as spirited and solitary as the red fox. Against the blanket of...
Yeah, I kind of forgot we were learning about imprinting. I thought we were just... I thought this was beavers part 2 for a minute here, you know? Like, I guess we have to go learn about other animals. I was just having so much fun with the beavers.
An early snow. This male inspects...
I think it's so funny still that, like, we're still learning about beavers, even though Profiles of Nature, this is a different episode. I don't know. I think that's funny.
And marks the boundaries of his territory. Stealthy, shy, they are rarely seen by the casual visitor to the forest. Never would they approach a human.
Again, this is some really impressive footage. Again, this could be a trained fox. Like, they could be getting this for the program, but like, if this is a wild fox, then this is like some really incredibly lucky footage that they got of it. Oh no, it looks like it's a trained fox. Now that they have this person with it, yeah, this is like another pet, I guess. Or not. You know what? If this is not a pet fox, this is like a wild fox, then again, this is like an awesome moment of childhood running with the fox, you know?
Well, rarely. As this affectionate reunion indicates, these two are old friends.
Oh, okay. So these people have befriended like all the wildlife in their area. Honestly, that's exactly what I plan on doing when I buy a big house. So I can't blame them for that. It's just, I guess it's a little less impressive that they got this footage, but like it's honestly more impressive that they have like a relationship with this fox to get this footage, you know? Like they actually have built trust between this animal that it is not scared of all these big loud cameras and everything, you know? It's like that's really impressive. It shows these Carrick people have like such a deep relationship with nature. I am really impressed with these people. Like whoever they are, like props to them. Like they get it, you know? But like this, yeah, these kids got to live such a cool childhood playing with foxes, playing with wild foxes. Like, oh my God, it's so cool. I don't know.
Jess Carrick and this proud animal have had a long acquaintance. This fox was raised by her hand.
Oh, I guess it's not a wild fox then. It was raised by her hand, but it's still like foxes aren't domesticated animals, you know? Like even if it was raised by you, it's still a wild animal, you know? Like it's still crazy that she gets to play, like pin this fox on its back and play with it like an actual fox would. Like that's just so incredible. This is so cool. I want to live here. Like this, I want this to be my life. I want to step into my computer right now and just live here the rest of my life.
Mature, healthy, the fox has been returned to the wild, well equipped to survive and flourish.
See, that's so cool too. Yeah, they just like raised this fox and let it loose, and now it like returns every year. Yeah, I'm gonna do something like this in my life.
Yet it retains a trust for this human.
Look at this. This is like the cuteness overload video of this channel. Cause like, look at this fox just taking all these pets, man. It's so cute. I'm not even one to like gush like that, but like, it is a really cute animal, and I've never gotten to pet a fox. So I have that like desire to pet. I don't know. I'm definitely one of those people who like pets your dog when I visit your house. So like I want to pet this dog so bad, you know?
That nurtured it, an affection that is shared.
I bet it's so soft too. And again, this fox isn't even like worried about the camera being here, you know? Like that is the most impressive thing. It's just chilling. And there's probably like 5 or 6 people behind this camera. Maybe not. Maybe there's just one photographer, but I have to imagine this is like a bit of a production team behind it.
Birds, even
you know, we didn't even get to see a baby fox though. We didn't like, there was nothing really imprinting about it. I guess that was like the after imprinting, right? Like you imprint on the fox and then it returns to your farm every year. All right, now we're looking at some baby owls. Let's dive into these baby owls.
predatory birds, such as this young great horned owl, can become
Great horned owl. Okay, baby great horned owls. That's cool. I'll be jealous if it's the same Carrick people who got to play with these owls too.
can become strongly imprinted on human foster parents.
Oh, probably is. Probably only going to be them, right? Dang, look at these owls' feet. Like, I did not know owls had feet like that, I guess. Like, those look like straight up you could put flip-flops on those.
While active play aids in muscular development, every effort must be made to provide constant physical contact.
See, I was actually hoping we'd get to like see them imprint on these owls because that would be like pretty cool, right? Like they're born. I guess it's not really that cool. It's just having them be born and see you. I guess imprinting is a lot longer of a process than I probably imagined. But I want to see the scene where they show themselves to the owls for the first time, you know? Like I want to see that at least once in this program. Like, I actually want to see the act of imprinting, you know? Like, I don't just want to see the effects or, like, the, you know, impacts or whatever, but I want to see the act of doing it.
And a ready supply of food for bonding to be firmly entrenched.
Thanks, she just handed that owl, like, a freaking mouse, like, from her hand. You know, like, that's pretty brutal. I don't know.
As the owl matures into its adult plumage, it commands more respect.
Yeah, dang, they must just have like mice just on the ready to feed these owls if they're feeding them like that. Hang on, so this is like, I assume this is the Carrack mother. This is like the woman who like is partially responsible for all this. Like, that's so funny. I expected her to look a lot more like a hippie than she does. I guess she kind of looks like a hippie, but like not really. I expected like dreads or something, you know, like something real hippie.
Highly strung by nature.
Like, this woman is straight up feeding a great horned owl a dead mouse out of her hand, and she still is wearing like a button-down collared shirt, you know? Like, I don't know. That's not quite hippie. The design of the shirt is hippie, but the shirt itself, the structure of the shirt is not hippie. That's another lesson in fashion history brought to you for Profiles of Nature Imprinting.
None of this animal spirit has been dulled by close exposure to humans. It is as alert and healthy as it would be in the wild.
Look how small its pupils are. That's really funny. Again, these are some good shots, some good photography. Whoever is the photographer behind Profiles of Nature, they deserved a raise.
But it is...
Okay, this is a pretty hippie shirt, actually. I'll admit it. This is, on second look, I thought it was just paisley, but this is a real hippie design, I guess.
But it is not too proud to turn to its keepers for a ready supply of food, or when the mood strikes, companionship.
When the mood strikes, companionship, what does that infer? This is so fascinating, though, getting to see how this owl interacts with a human. Like, that's just, like, it's, I don't know, you can clearly see the thought taking place in its mind, you know? Like, you can almost feel the sentience of this animal when it interacts with this human, you know? I feel like that's very rare to actually get with an animal, not because animals aren't sentient or intelligent, but because they don't have this level of trust in you, you know? Like, an owl, a regular owl would just fly away from you. It would not look you in the eye and follow your movements, you know? But because they have trust with this owl knows it might get food from them, it's willing to go through with this process and actually demonstrate for us its intelligence, which is just, I don't know, it's definitely special. It's special getting to see this, you know? Like, you can just see the thoughts taking place. Like, you can understand its behavior by watching it. It's so fascinating, and you get such an appreciation for the intelligence that these animals have by doing so as well. No way these guys have lions. Like, oh, it's one thing to have like a wild fox and beavers, but this is an actual like African lion. Like, this is not the same, you know? Like, all those other ones were like forest animals, like forest friends, you know? All right, they came to your back door and you befriended them, but this, you have to go out of your way to get a lion. Like, that's not, oh, maybe it's a mountain lion, like a puma? Okay. Actually, I take it all back now. I take it all back. If this is a mountain lion or a puma, then these people are absolutely insane, because this is like this guy's child that he's bringing next to this like feral mountain lion. I don't know. This is, no matter what it is, this is wild right here.
Mutual trust.
Dude, look at this guy. He just freaking put this mountain lion in a chokehold. Like, oh, holy crap. Like, what the heck, you know? And this must be the guy. So if that was the wife, then this is the husband. This is the guy who like set up this whole place for himself and his children. I hope we get to see more of this guy and his wife to just like understand like their lives, you know? Like, who are these people? How do they just have mountain lions that you get to wrestle with? How do I get to be where you once were, you know? Like, I want nothing but the life that this man created for himself. Like, that's all I would ask him if I could talk to him now. Is like, how did you accomplish this all, you know? Like, that's all I want to ask him. Like, look at him. He's chilling with his son and his friend of a mountain lion, you know? Like, what the heck?
As shown here, is not easily...
He played with its tail and everything. Like, Jesus, like, I'm so impressed right now.
...won. Bob Davison.
Bob Davison. All right. Shout out to Bob Davison. It is a mountain lion. Okay. I thought it was a real African lion, but okay. So that makes a little bit more sense. But that still is a large predatory animal that you're just bringing next to your like 8-year-old son or whatever.
Has devoted his life to understanding the behavior of the mountain lion and sharing his
Is he going to sneak in there and imprint on this mountain lion's children? See, that is like insane.
This female mountain lion is about to give birth.
Yeah, yeah, and he's gonna imprint on her cubs. No way. He's gonna take her cubs and imprint on them. That's daring, to say the least.
Knowing her time is near, she begins a thorough grooming to prepare for the arrival of the new litter of kittens.
I think that's really funny that they groom themselves before their litter is born. That's just like, why? You know, why groom yourself? I guess just to get ready, but like maybe it's nerves. Maybe it's just like being nervous, but I don't know. It's just funny. It just seems like you wouldn't need to do that to give birth.
Contractions begin, and soon the helpless kitten is born.
Whoa, that was just a mountain lion being born we just got to watch. I hope that doesn't get demonetized. It shouldn't. I don't think there's anything wrong with what we're watching here. This is all nature taking place right here. I really did not expect us to be watching a birth, but I guess for a program about imprinting, this is actually kind of what I asked for. So I guess we're exactly where we need to be now.
Blind, wet, still covered with amniotic fluid. Immediately, the mother begins licking the kitten.
Yeah, that's like the nastiest thing ever, to just like lick your baby clean. Like once you've dragged your baby out of your own uterus and covered it in all these like wood pellets, like now you're going to have to lick it off and lick all the amniotic fluid off of it. Like, I don't know. that does gross me out.
Cleaning, grooming, ensuring that the fur is dry and full to prevent heat loss.
But look at it. It is just like a newborn little baby animal. I mean, I guess that goes without saying. It's just like, wow, like they really did get footage of this mountain lion giving birth, you know? Like that's not easy. That's definitely harder than like a beaver. Maybe not. Maybe it's harder to get into a beaver lodge, but like to get the trust to be allowed to be this close to a mountain lion while it's giving birth, that's like, I don't know. This is a really impressive program.
This behavior is equally important in the process of imprinting. Often in higher mammals.
Oh, please tell me that like Bob Davison is going to lick this pup clean. Like, please tell me that's also how he imprints on them. There's like, there's no other way but to lick them clean.
Such as the mountain lion. The young are weak and vulnerable at birth and develop for the first few months in the seclusion of the den. This intimate first contact, the removal of the birth.
So hang on, is only one mountain lion born at a time? I know regular, like domesticated cats give birth to like 5 to 6 cats at a time. So I was kind of expecting more, but I guess it makes sense if these animals are a lot bigger for them to have fewer young. I don't know. I was expecting a litter.
Fluids by licking deeply impresses the scent of the new kitten on the mother, sowing the seeds of a powerful relationship.
Yeah, okay, so licking it is part of imprinting on it. So interesting. I wonder if they are going to imitate that at all.
As further kittens arrive, the process is repeated.
As further kittens arrive. All right, so there is a litter coming.
Until each individual in the litter is known to the mother by its distinctive odor.
Wow, so yeah, we are actually watching imprinting happening right before our eyes. Or right before our nose, really, but I guess we can't smell it. But I guess like that's how they are being imprinted on, is they are learning the smell of their mother so innately that it becomes like second nature to be with their mother.
And the family unit is complete.
I still can't believe that guy wrestling with this cat earlier. You know, like I'm still not over that. And it was pregnant too, right? Like it must have been the same mountain lion. So he was just hanging out with a pregnant mountain lion.
Mountain lion kittens, like all babies, can make their needs clearly known.
See, cuteness overload right now though. Like we are too cute at the moment.
Mother gently, with great care, cleans and cradles the newborn, further reinforcing their bond, before directing its attention to where it might find a meal.
Oh, I know this. Cats love licking their butts. Let me tell you, like I used to foster kittens like as a community service sort of thing, and I had a dog, and the dog absolutely loved licking the cat's butts because the poop that comes out of a newborn cat is like apparently the tastiest thing ever. So I have a feeling that's what we're gonna watch in just a second. Or not, or I just used that as an excuse to tell you guys that I watched my dog lick the butts of all my cats. Oh, okay, the baby was going for a meal. I thought the mother was going for a meal. I kind of misread that. What a weird face this mountain lion just made.
And this kitten is precocious enough to burp itself.
That was really funny. I don't know why. I don't have anything to say about that, but that was just a really funny burp. Its whole body convulsed to burp, you know? And now this is them like a few months later. See, I think they got even cuter, getting a little older.
With the warm summer months, the kittens make forays to the bright outside world.
Yeah, look at them. Oh my gosh, I want one of these so bad.
As they grow, they roughhouse and mock fight, testing muscles and their own independence.
They are just cats. That's the crazy thing. Is like I'm so familiar with the behavior of cats that like watching them here, like yeah, this is exactly just a domesticated cat in a different form.
But when mother returns, they act like any child and race to her.
See, again, how are they getting shots like this? That's what I want to know. Like, because to get this shot, they needed to have known that the mother was away but coming back, and that the babies were out, and that they were going to jump down to their mother. You know, like it's either a lot of luck or a lot of like really good planning, you know, like I can't tell. They've done it so well that I can't tell if it's purposeful or not, which is just the mark of like a true professional, really. But it's just, I'm so curious if this is like in any way constructed, or if this is all just like natural behavior.
Where they are licked and groomed in a ritual of recognition. Occasionally, young mountain lions, through accident or abandonment, are orphaned and raised by human hands.
Yeah, I have a feeling this guy just wanted to raise some mountain lions. Like, you don't get all the wild animals in your house without, like, killing a few parents by accident. I don't know. Like, the fact that you just have these mountain lions also, like, I don't know, it's kind of suspicious a little. I mean, it's nice. It's nice that these people found these abandoned mountain lions, but it's like, did they really? You know, like, I don't know. Did they find them? Oh, the mountain lion mother just disappeared somehow? Like, interesting.
When these animals mature and breed, the trust they show their foster...
Jeez, this guy's just straight up carrying it. Okay, like, it must be drugged or something. There's no way you could just pick up a mountain lion like this.
...parents is truly remarkable.
See, here's the thing. Like I said, I used to foster cats, so I'm familiar enough with cats to know that I never want to mess with them. You know, like I know this cat, if it really wanted to, it could gore this guy beyond belief. I have the fear of cats instilled in me. I've been attacked by like a few feral mother cats in my day, and like I know how bad like a little tiny cat can mess you up, that like I would never do this with a big cat. You know, like I would stay away from these animals, but I find it so impressive that these guys are just handling them like a sack of potatoes, really. And now they're climbing into its cave. Like, what a great idea.
Bob and his family make an unannounced appearance at the den of the mountain lion he raised from birth, which now has offspring of its own.
And he's just pulling the offspring out with his bare hands, just like playing with them. Like, obviously he has a relationship with this mountain lion, but this is still pretty risky. I don't know. Oh man, it's right there too. This is like the most wild thing ever. Like, this really is like his pet almost.
It's hard to imagine this kind of open door policy existing between humans.
Like if it's comfortable enough to let you pick up and take its children away from it, then like it's pretty much, yeah, like it's a domesticated animal at this point. Like it's just chill. It's so chill with them that like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Like what a wild relationship they have with this mountain lion.
But visits like this are so casual and frequent between the Davisons and this mountain lion and its kittens.
Yeah, look at them. They're straight up playing with them in their yard. Like, they went to the cave, took the mountain lions out, and brought them back to their yard to play with. Like, So bizarre, so amazing, but so bizarre. And it's this guy. This guy in his white pants is just like the guy who does it, you know? Like, he's not some super, like, rough and tumble guy. He's just a guy in white slacks and a button down shirt, you know? Like, playing with mountain lion cubs. Like, it's just so crazy. I guess that means, like, I could probably do this sort of thing too. Just like, what a real one. I want to know more about this guy.
That it is often difficult to distinguish where one family...
Oh my God. Hang on a second. That was nuts, though. Hang on. We gotta watch that again. That's real dangerous. Like, that's child endangerment for sure. Like, that could get a CPS to take your kids away from you. If I showed this to Child Protective Services, they'd be like, yeah, I don't trust this parent around this kid anymore. But like, holy crap, this kid just got attacked by a mountain lion and is playing with it. Like, oh my gosh. You know, like I don't even have anything else to say besides like this is the wildest thing.
begins and the other ends.
Like, not only did it tackle him, it actually grabbed him and brought him down to the ground. Like, and it's biting him. Like, this is so insane. Am I the only one who thinks this is just like destined for disaster? Like, I don't know. I don't want to do research on this kid. I hope he's still alive, though, is all I gotta say. To think there's a 50-year-old man out there who has just played with a mountain lion like this. And it's just biting him in the head. And he's just like scratching it off. Like, this is wild. Imagine growing up and fighting mountain lions. Like, it's just, so crazy.
With lives as intertwined as...
And those claws are sharp, too. That's the thing. Like, they might be going easy on you, but they have razor-sharp claws. So, like, even if they're just playing, they can gore you by accident, you know? Like, this isn't safe just because they're, like, trained. Like, they're still dangerous killing machines, you know? It's just... I'm not comfortable even watching this kid play with this mountain lion. Like, I get letting your kid have fun, go out into the forest and explore and get dirty, but do not go roughhousing with any mountain lion cubs.
Perhaps these distinctions become less and less relevant.
But this mountain lion is actually trained. You can see this guy like working this mountain lion, like touching it in specific spots to get it to do specific behaviors. It's so bizarre that they actually are well trained. Very intelligent animals for sure, but like dangerous too. Oh, there you go, another commercial break.
Few people have a greater affinity for wildlife than nature photographer Dan Gibson. His sense of...
Dan Gibson, is this the guy whose photography we've been seeing? I don't think so, because there's still somebody behind the camera even right now. But I guess he could be part of the team still.
The rhythms of animal behavior is uncanny. This report...
See, where are they? Also, like, in the past few shots, we've been seeing mountain lions, but it looked like the Southwest or something based on the plants they had. But now it looks like we're in, like, Canada or something, you know? Like, where are there mooses and mountain lions and all those plants that we saw? I don't know, we might be jumping around a little bit.
Or has allowed him to capture some of the finest footage of animals ever committed to film. Suddenly, the tranquility of this spring afternoon is shattered. Urgent, threatening.
Dude, I know that sound. That is a Canada goose for sure. That sound is imprinted on my mind. That means like something's coming. I have been imprinted on by the geese.
Dan hears the sharp calls of Canada geese. Wolves, opportunists, have discovered this pair tied to their nest. Goslings to protect.
See, again, is this real? Is this like, did the cameraman just get lucky getting to watch wild wolves attack a goose nest? You know, like, it seems like that would happen without the camera there, you know? Like, it's so incredible that we even have footage of that it makes me question whether or not this is true or not. And the fact that the photographer is here on his own time as well, it seems so perfect, you know? It just seems like it couldn't have actually happened this way.
As the wolves circle, The parents are
See, and not only that you're getting wolves attacking these geese or whatever, but you're getting close-up shots of the geese. You know, like you're switching lenses out, like you're moving around, you're getting different angles of the geese, all while this wolf is attacking their nest. Like, I just don't see it happening. I just don't see it being possible to actually get all this footage like the way they're describing it. I don't know.
torn between an almost irresistible impulse to flee.
Like, we haven't actually seen the wolves and the geese in the same shot yet, so this might just be footage of wolves and footage of geese, but like, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
And the instinct to defend their offspring.
This is actually some amazing acting from the goose right now. Like, if this is fake, then they got like a fantastic performance out of this goose, that's for sure. Like, it is emoting its thoughts for sure.
Not wanting to interfere in the normal course of nature, however brutal, Dan can't ignore these desperate cries.
Oh, so he is interrupting the... so that's so funny. So this must have been like a constructed storyline. Like, those shots, those wolves were nowhere near these geese. Like, let me tell you, like, this is not real. And you're telling me this guy ran to save some geese? Like, they're geese, man. Like, it doesn't really even matter. Like, the wolves are actually more valuable than the geese, to be honest.
Perhaps it's too late.
Yeah, see, that's how you know nothing actually happened. They just got some geese feathers and put them on the ground, you know? Like, they didn't actually find those there. Or at least I don't think they did. I think this is, again, just movie magic or whatever.
But here are signs.
Again, insert shots like that would have been hard too, like, right? Like, this shot of his feet moving through the bog, it doesn't even seem like a hard shot to get. But then you realize that there's a ginormous film camera that's like 1 inch above the mud. You don't want to get your film camera wet, trust me. And you're navigating it through all this like thorns and thicket and whatnot. Like, this is just a really hard shot to get for just 1 second of film that is just a foot stepping in some mud, you know? Like, it's just so much work so much more work and effort went into this than anyone is capable of even appreciating. And that's what I'm here for, because I literally had to get shots of my feet walking through a bog exactly like this. So I know what it takes to get shots like that. So it's, you know, it's funny. The next video I release is going to have me walking in a bog in waders exactly like this. So it's just, I have a little experience getting photography like this.
But here are signs of life. Goslings newly hatched, down barely dry.
Goslings, you know, that's a term for a baby animal that I just forget a lot. The baby goose is a gosling. That's just, that's funny.
Dry, seeking refuge in the tall weeds. No longer an innocent bystander, Dan must now locate their parents, if they can be found. He sets off in the direction.
And look, they're following him, so he must have imprinted on them. See, that's funny. That's funny how they will follow like a full-grown human as if it's their mother. It's like, what a strange rewiring of the mind. I guess that's what imprinting is, though.
Direction he last heard the cries of the adults. The goslings.
Look at them. They're even cuter when they're swimming. Because they're just little blobs with heads, you know? They don't have legs or arms. They're just little circles with little circles coming out of their bodies. They're just little, like, circles. I don't know. They're so funny.
Glad to have someone to follow.
Again, a very hard shot to get. Like, not only are you weaving your giant film camera between the twigs in this swamp, but you're also following these ducklings going in unpredictable paths, you know? Like, such a complicated shot. Good for the photographer. Like, shout out to him. He deserves a pat on the back for that one, too.
Like any pair of siblings, there is always one who will take the high road and, well...
I wonder if they had that in the script or if they got that shot and then put that in the script afterwards because they wanted to use it, you know? Like, that's always what I wonder, because when you make a program like this, or at least when I make videos like this, you always get footage that you want to use, but you can't actually find a reason to use. So sometimes you write stuff into the video just so that you can use that footage, and I wonder if that's what happened there. Look at it, a little jump over the stick. That's so funny. They are really cute.
To reunite the family as quickly as possible,
Them running at like top speed with their little arms dangling at their sides. It's just, it's an overloading of cuteness right now.
perhaps the best plan would be to give these little guys a lift.
He's just putting them in his pockets. That's what pockets are for, I guess. That's just like, I don't know. Imagine going up to somebody and just like having a chicken in your pocket. That's a lot of fun. Or I guess it's a goose, but whatever.
A bit of sleuthing finds the mother and father unharmed, just ruffled.
So hang on. So the geese actually let them take their babies? That's wild too. I feel like like a mountain lion is smart enough to be friends with a human, but I feel like a goose would just never trust a human. I don't know. Maybe I just would never trust a goose, but like, I don't know. That's just so miraculous that you can just take their kids, go for a walk with them like you're their grandparent or something, and then just bring them back.
Not wanting to cause further stress, Dan releases the goslings to return to their parents, then attempts a quiet exit.
Again, he attempts a quiet exit, but what about the cameraman and his equipment? You know, like, what are the considerations being taken for them in this scenario? I want to know. I'm curious because, again, I do this sort of stuff. So, like, how do you get this close to geese without spooking them, you know?
Just as he is about to slip into the brush, the goslings react with anxious cries and race towards Dan.
That's really sweet. I don't know. It's bad, obviously. Like, you've replaced these goslings' parents with yourself, but like, it's really cute to see them run like that.
Friendly persuasion cannot induce them to reconsider, to accept.
Dang, so what? Or did he just like ruin them for the rest of their lives now? Does he need to take them back? Like, if they're not imprinted with their mother anymore, then like, do they have any hope in the natural world, you know?
And return to their natural parents. Disturbed by the wolves just after hatching, the goslings were in the critical stage when they bond to almost...
Dude, quit it with the wolves, all right? The wolves were never here, all right? Those wolves were in like a different state from where this was filmed. Trust me.
Any moving object.
Like, the wolves was just an excuse for this guy to play with these goslings.
After the confusion of the attack, that object was Dan. So it is to Dan, not the goose that hatched them, that these goslings are imprinted.
So yeah, they're straight up imprinted on Dan now. So like, is Dan just gonna take care of them for the rest of their lives? Or at least until they're adults or whatever?
They've adopted him, and he has no choice but to return the favor.
Wow, that's that's sad, but also like a lot of fun. Like if I had a kayak and I went out on a river every day and I just had like two little geese that kept up with me, again, it's so ideal. These are all the lives that I want to live right here.
How does a human being fulfill the role of a mother goose and complete the training of young goslings? The answer seems heaven sent.
No way. No way is he gonna put the goslings on this like RC plane to teach them how to fly.
Phil Soden, a radio-controlled plane enthusiast, offers his expertise. The freedom of movement offered by the airplane, coupled with Dan's understanding of the bird's stages of development, make their collaboration ideal.
So he's trying to get them to imprint on this plane now? Like, haven't these goslings gone through enough already? Like, these are going to be some pretty confused geese when they grow up.
Immediately, they begin to plan practical methods to use planes in various stages of the bird's growth.
Yeah, so they are going to imprint them onto the plane. That's, you know what, that's fine, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here, I guess.
Attaching a walkie-talkie to this model seaplane capitalizes on a fundamental aspect of the imprinting phenomenon.
Wow, I don't think that's very aerodynamically placed on the plane, but you know what? If it's for the birds, then that's fine.
In addition to visual recognition, animals often respond strongly to the characteristic vocal pattern of the parent. Dan's voice, emanating from this strange device, is a siren call for the birds.
Come on, geese. Come on. Come on, geese. Come on. Come on.
See, I feel like that's just not true at all, right? Like they're just following it because it's the thing that's in the water. Like they're not following its voice. I mean, maybe they are, but it seems like they're seeing it and they're following it. Like their voice isn't having any impact on it whatsoever. And also, I know how walkie-talkies from the 1980s sounded. Let me tell you, these geese are not picking up on your voice from it. Like like it's probably coming out as pure static to them.
Growth is rapid through the warm summer months. Committed to raising two, Dan decides to imprint himself on incubator-hatched goslings and film the development of the whole group for a feature motion picture.
A feature motion picture? So did he do that? Is there an actual movie that's been made about all these geese? I mean, maybe that's what we're watching right now, but it's just like, it seems like there's more now. But that is really cool what this guy does. Not only does he breed animals and imprint himself on them, but he like records it and like he makes it, and he uses his skills of imprinting to like increase our knowledge on these animals. Like that's an amazing thing. Like I really feel like we need to appreciate how cool it is that he's building relationships with animals in order to understand them better. It's incredible.
During this time, Dan is careful to work with the birds every day to reinforce the imprinting bond, ensuring he can guide.
Usually I would say that I don't believe these are the same baby geese that were at the start, but I think these actually might be, like I think they actually followed them along in their trip of growth. It feels very easy to get two baby geese and then to get two adult geese and just say they grow up, but I kind of believe that this is actually those geese.
Guide them through the last stages of their training.
Come on, geese.
As muscles strengthen and primary feathers develop,
geese.
the voice response is still employed to coax the birds further afield.
Like, can they even hear it over the engine of the plane? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's what's working here.
Into the open water.
Come on, geese. Come on. Come on. Come on, geese. Come on. Come on.
Soon, the power and speed of a motorboat is needed to set the proper pace. As Dan pulls away, the dynamic drive to follow their mother still stirs the geese. Now, fully feathered, off the dock and into the wind.
Oh, well, hang on. So you get to see this camera. Wow. Okay, cool. Wow. All right. This is like what I wanted to see in all these programs for the entire time I've been doing this channel. It's an actual shot of like the guy getting the shot. Like, wow. So any shots that we're about to see, the ones that we saw a second ago of them taking off are probably from this guy's camera. That's amazing.
Disappearing.
So I'm also always so curious about what cameras they're using. Like, what did they even look like? So this is what the camera they're using for this program looked like. That's so cool. I'm so glad we got this shot. Again, such a useless shot for most people, but this actually tells us what the people making this look like.
Into the wake of the disappearing boat.
Like this shot, do you think this shot came from that guy? This slow-mo shot of a goose taking off in the water? Like, this seems almost too good to be his shot, but like, that's the point, Like, this is an amazing slow-mo shot of this goose taking off, too. Man, I bet this would look so much better on actual film instead of digital, because with all the compression, all these, like, water droplets are kind of just making the screen go blurry. But on film, this would still have perfect resolution. So I bet this was, like, an amazingly beautiful shot on film. Wow, and what an interesting way to like take flight. Like they're still walking on the water. They're like pushing off of the water to get upward momentum. That's so interesting. I've never really watched a goose in slow motion take off from the water. It's just such an interesting process, I guess. What's interesting though is that like these geese have never been taught how to fly by an actual goose. So they are like for the first times themselves learning how to fly. Again, well, like, look at this. Like, now we're on a different angle. So that one shot we got of the goose taking off, this must be a completely different shot because now we're side by side with the goose rather than shooting it head on. So, like, they must have gotten a bunch of these shots over, like, the course of a day or something. But it's just, like, you don't think about it, but, like, you had to get this shot completely separately from the past shot. And you can't even see the wake of the boat or anything either. Like, it's perfectly pristine water. It's impressive photography is what this is. Yeah, shout out to this guy again with his camera. Like, look at that lens. Do you see just the lens on the camera? It's like, yeah, it's like the length of his forearm. Like, like that's how they're getting all these great up close shots, even though they're on a boat like 20 feet away. I'm also impressed by how still these shots are. Like, there's not a lot of bounce up and down, even though the cameraman is literally on a boat, you know? Like, it's all around impressive photography.
Time is now right for a true test. The plane will function as the squadron leader. As it begins its ascent, the geese...
This would be actually really cool if they got the geese to fly in like a V formation with this plane at the front. That would be like really cool. It's like the leader of the flock. That would be really cool.
Follow effortlessly, wheeling in the air currents. The bird's newfound confidence is in...
So hang on, look at how complex this operation is real quick. So on this first boat, they have... what? This guy speaking in the walkie-talkie, this kid flying the plane, and then this guy who's doing something. There's a cameraman operating this camera. This man might be steering the boat, maybe, but like there's at least 4 people on this boat, each one doing a very specific task, you know? Like there's a complex operation taking place right before our eyes here.
Inspiring. For Dan, this moment is gratifying, if tinged with sadness. The once reluctant foster parent realizes that...
See, this is some amazing footage too. The fact that they have these geese flying at like their head level. Oh my God, this is an amazing shot. Like you can't get this shot. You literally can't get this shot unless you spend a year imprinting on geese, you know? Like that's the only way you get this shot. And it's incredible. Like if they wanted this sort of shot in a movie nowadays, they would just CGI it, you know? But back then, like you only have geese, you know? Like that's how you get the shot, is flying with the geese.
Soon his involvement in the lives of these geese will come to a natural end. With the independence that physical maturity offers, the influence of the imprinting will diminish and the geese will soon leave, fully fledged. A relationship of this
This is really funny. They're attacking his hair. That's cool.
intimacy deserves a suitable record.
I feel like people watching this video are going to love this. I'm really excited for you all to watch this because this is just like an animal lover's paradise right here.
So Dan and Phil put the finishing touches on an elaborate airborne camera system. A slow-motion camera is built into the plane.
See, I'm glad they're explaining this to us because if I just saw these shots, I'd probably be like, how are they getting these shots? But now they're actually telling us how they got these shots. So this is like really exciting. I love getting a look behind the scenes of how they actually do this sort of stuff. This is cool.
Complete with a video transmitter, so the pictures can be
And
controlled.
look at this camera. Hang on a second. Look at this film camera. Like, holy smokes. I guess it's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but like, that's still like a film camera for you.
Controlled from the boat. Hundreds of hours and thousands...
What's so funny is my cats do this too. Like all my shoestrings and everything, they just attack like they're worms.
Thousands of dollars have been invested in the design of this machine. Sophisticated, ingenious, the technical wizardry of this craft is a matter of great indifference to the geese. Their only interest...
Yeah, that's fair. The geese don't care at all how complicated this flying machine is.
Their only interest is in when mother can come out to play.
Again, these must be some messed up geese, though, if they think that thing's their mother. Like, nobody's ever talked about the psychological impacts of imprinting on a different animal. Also, like, what an insane project to do, right? Like, you're filming imprinting on all these animals, right? Like, you got to keep track of the geese and of the mountain lions and everything. And on top of that, you also have to build a series of increasingly larger planes to fly for the geese to follow. It's just like this whole plane subplot is just like so extra. Like, I don't think they ever even needed these planes to begin with, but it's just, I don't know, it's just funny. I feel like somebody spent so much time and effort making these planes, and it's just like not even pertinent to the subject material of this video, you know? I don't know. It's just like, oh, what'd you make all those planes for? Oh, this program on imprinting. Like, it's just not related, you know? Here's a little editing note for you, though. This like unedited scene of them just lifting up this plane and putting it down. That whole scene could have been cut. Like we did not need to watch that like at all. But like that's another aspect of these old films. It's just the editing choices. Like people wanted to show you that they were moving the plane around, I guess, you know? Like that was a choice to include that shot, but it's like why? What did they want to include that shot for?
They don't have long to wait. Flying rock steady, the plane eases in on the group.
See, can the geese even hear the guy through the walkie-talkie if that plane is making that much noise? I have to figure no.
And we are privileged with a sight of compelling beauty.
Wow, you know what? It is impressive that they got these shots, not only because they had to freaking imprint themselves on a goose to get it, but they also put this camera on this plane not knowing where the geese would be. So they're filming having no idea what they're actually shooting until they land the plane and open up the film and process it to actually look at these shots. So these shots that they're getting are actually pure luck. Like there is no controlling where these geese fly or what exactly the camera is pointed at. So the fact that we have this shot of all 4 geese centered in the frame is just amazing. You know, like this is really such an amazing shot to have gotten. So lucky, so much work went into it. It's just like, and people don't even appreciate it, you know? Like this just looks like slow motion footage of geese, which I guess is what it is, but it's good footage of slow motion geese, you know? Like how do you get these side shots even? Like wasn't it mounted straight on? I just don't understand still.
Mature.
Yeah, like how do you get this up close to the goose's head while flying a plane? Like, and with a camera that you can't control besides having it on or off, you know? It's just some really impressive photography here.
Soon to strike off on their own. They fly with Dan in the boat below, completing an arm of their formation. Perhaps.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the plane doesn't even matter at all. Like, they're still just following this guy, Dan, in his boat. Like, that's the actual mother that they're following. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if the planes were necessary at all.
their last flight together as a family.
That's sweet to think that, like, he is flying with his children for the first time. That's like, I don't know. That's just sweet, I guess. Oh man, I really thought that was the end, but I guess we still have like 3 minutes left, so we're getting like an epilogue. Oh, that would be so funny if the geese return. We get to see them as like adult geese. That would be like really funny. And the adult mountain lions and everything too. Maybe that is what we're about to see.
Shores on the dock may be less crowded now, but they're definitely more lonely. An unmistakable sound cuts across the water.
Yeah, unmistakable. If you know the sound of Canada geese, you will never mistake this for anything else.
Canada geese congregating for the migration south. Dan's geese have been gone for a while now, but he makes the familiar call.
See, that's so incredible that like they would recognize his call and come back. Like the fact that a goose can fly like thousands of miles and still find its way back to the very same pond it came from, just incredible.
Flying in low over the water, they seem curious, then land to investigate.
Look how happy this guy is too to be seeing his gooses for the first time, or his geese, you know, like I would be too. I would honestly be like tearing up at the sight of my geese. Like I would be, yeah, smiling ear to ear, being like, those are my geese. Like they recognize me. Like being recognized by a goose for the sound you're making must be like such a satisfying feeling, as a parent at least.
Initially tentative, they come closer.
Wow, that is incredible. I hope this is like real. I hope this is like the geese that he imprinted on earlier. Like I hope these geese aren't just like regular geese that want this guy to feed them bread, you know? I hope they are actually having like an emotional like family moment right now. And it looks like they are. It looks like they're actually going straight up to him as if he was like their mother and inspecting him. I wonder what emotions the geese are feeling. Are the geese feeling like they're seeing their mother for the first time in like a year? Or are they just like, hey, this is kind of familiar, you know? Like, how much memory do they have stored in their brains to know about this guy with? Yeah, this one definitely seems to know him though. That's so cool.
Demonstrations of affection like this leave little doubt. Cracked corn is as irresistible as ever. Finally, conclusive proof. From numbered bands he put on their legs, Dan confirms these are his geese.
That is really cool. I would always be like suspicious if I didn't have something like this to prove that they really were mine. But you know, that's all you really need. That's so funny that they go back to his hair. This really must have been like an emotional experience for this guy to like not to give birth to these geese, but to imprint on them, for them to like not go back to the parents and then for him to become like their mother. It just must be like so emotionally satisfying, or spiritually satisfying almost.
After returning to the wild to live with others of their species, there remains deeply seated in these geese.
And yeah, again, you can just see the behavior in these geese. Once you earn these animals' trust, you'll see a whole new form of behavior that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. And it just reveals their intelligence so much more. Like, look at how this goose interacts with this guy on the dock. Like how it angles its head and how it like pulls back and looks and then goes forward again. It's just, there's clear intelligence happening here. And you only get it revealed to you by building a bond with these animals.
Geese. Recognition and trust for this man.
Yeah, look, this is definitely an intelligent animal. Like, based on what it's doing, it's so amazing.
Evidence of the power and durability of one of nature's wonders, imprinting.
Oh, okay, so that was imprinting. That's the end. So I guess let's watch the credits, see what else we have to say, and then I'll come up with my thoughts. Okay, cinematographers. So these are probably the guys who were actually holding the cameras, which is really impressive because the first name is William Carrick. So that is like the guy who was running that beaver farm at the beginning. Robert W. Davison, who was the guy who befriended those geese. And then I guess a third guy, Robert Ryan. So from this, it seems like there were 3 cameramen getting all these shots, which is still impressive, you know, even though it wasn't one guy getting all these shots, like even individually the shots were impressive. So shout out to all 3 of these guys. Man, I want to meet William Carrick though. I want to go to William Carrick's house. Writer John Barker. That's funny. That's funny how Ralph C. Ellis is not the writer. I would have imagined he would have been. But I guess this takes like an actual specific knowledge on the subject to write about it. Okay, so the writer is the same guy as the film editor. That's interesting. So I don't know. That is interesting, I guess. That's all I have to say. Oh, wow. And the narrator was somebody completely different. I thought the narrator might also be one of those other guys, but it's just Neil Daynard. Nature sounds, Dan Gibson. So I like to think Dan Gibson actually made all those sounds. Like he wasn't like recording them, he was making them. I imagine it wasn't that way. I imagine that's not the case, but based on the credit, that's what it makes it seem like. A keg production. All right, I don't really know what a keg production is, but in association with CFCN Television, a division of CFCN Communications Limited. I'm pretty sure, if I'm thinking right, I think this is a Canadian television channel, a division of CFCN Communications, like Canadian Film Channel Network Communications or something. That's what I imagine it stands for. But that's interesting. No matter what, still very interesting. All right, I guess it's time for some final thoughts. So this was a very enjoyable program to watch. I will say that. I don't know if we got to see as much imprinting, but we definitely got to see the impact of the imprinting. We got to see the geese, the beavers, the mountain lions. The mountain lions was most definitely the craziest part of this video. The fact that guy was just playing with mountain lions, letting his kid get tackled by a mountain lion for fun. That's maybe one of the more wild things I've seen on this channel so far, but I feel like all that's missing is an actual like definition of what imprinting is, you know? Like obviously I know what imprinting is, so I didn't need to have it explained to me, but they did not explain what imprinting actually is. You know, like they didn't say, well, a baby animal will see you and then it'll think of you as its mother for the rest of its life. Like they didn't give that explanation, I don't think. So I don't know if this is like a perfectly educational program, but that being said, like you don't really need to know that. This definitely has some very good information, some very good photography, and it's some very good lessons to be learned from it, I will say. So yeah, honestly, if you go on YouTube and you look up a video on imprinting, I guarantee you this is better than any video on YouTube now that's on imprinting. So yeah, this is a very good source of information on this topic. And I really do appreciate that we got to follow the storylines a little more. I mean, the subject material kind of forces you to follow these things after they were imprinted for you to fully understand what that means. But like, I don't know, just getting to see the geese grow up is actually enjoyable. It actually brought like joy to my life, you know, getting to see these geese. So I'm glad we got to see the full process of imprinting from, you know, from gosling to goose. So yeah, this was definitely good. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. I mean, now I definitely have a few more examples of imprinting in my mind. So I think with that, I will just let you all know that if you enjoyed watching and you would like to help support this channel, that you can do that by following the link in the description that will take you over to the Internet Archive where you can leave a donation. The Internet Archive is where I get all these old programs from, so they deserve any of the support that you want to give to me. So once again, link in the description, donate to Internet Archive. And with that, I think we're ready to cut to black.